So we've learned the rule to multiply roots, that you're going to multiply the radicand. So if I have root A times root B, that's the square root of A times B. So in this one, when I'm multiplying these roots, I'm going to have a single root, but 3 times 21 is 63. But in this one, the number 63 can be broken down, and we're going to end up with some pairs. So if we go to break that down, I'm going to make a factor tree out of 63. So 63, I don't have to think very hard of the two numbers I should use because I just got done multiplying 3 and 21. So my first branches are going to be 3 and 21. Now the number 21, we can break that one down into 3 times 7 and bring down the 3. So I'm going to replace this 63 with 3 times 3 times 7. And when I've replaced it with 3 times 3 times 7, I notice I have a pair of 3s, so I can take a single 3 out front, and that 7 is still going to be trapped underneath. So my answer is going to be 3 square root of 7. Okay, so here's one more example. I have the square root of 2 times the square root of 32. And 2 multiplied by 32 is 64. Now, if you know the answer immediately, just hold that for a second, but some of you would go directly to the final answer. Worst case scenario, you take 64 and you make this giant factor tree starting with 2 times 32. The 32 is 4 times 8. Bring down the 2. The 4 is 2 times 2. The 8 is 2 times 4. That 4 is 2 times 2, bringing down all those 2's. So I can replace 64 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate 2's multiplied together. So 64 turned into 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Every time we have 2 of a kind, we get to take one number out. So I have a pair of 2's, so I get to take a 2 out. Another pair of 2's, so another 2 out. And another pair of 2's, so another 2 out. Everything is out, so there's no number trapped, so we don't have a root left over. And 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. But some of you knew right away that this was going to end up being, oh, it's still not very dark. Let's see. Something different. Sorry, I don't like the color. Okay, some of you knew right away that square root of 64 was 8, because if you notice that 64 was a perfect square, 8 times 8 is 64, you could just go from root 64 to 8 and skip breaking it apart. But many of the ones you're going to face, the number under here is not a perfect square, so you're going to have to break it down, and every time you get 2 of a kind, you take one number out.